We are all excited to play the Mercenary class, and in only 2 months and a half we are actually going to. Path of Exile is right around the corner, and I'm so fucking excited. Woo! Fucking go! Surprisingly enough, nothing official was revealed regarding Ascendancies, not for Mercenary nor for any other class. Recently, during Gamescom, new images were shared by content creators and Reddit users, like this one, for example, where we can see all the available active skills up to this iteration of Path of Exile 2. Now, compiling all the gameplays, trailers and pieces of information we got so far, I did put together some possible archetypes for the Mercenary class in order to come up with some potential Ascendancies. And I'm pretty sure some of them will not fall too far from the tree once all is revealed. And I'm sweating like a fucking pig here in Spain. We are actually around 40 degrees, so god damn it. Let's take a look. The Artificer is all about attachment proficiency, and you can be certain he can put a fuse into almost anything. And expert in grenades and a passion for explosives. The Gunslinger, on the other hand, is all about weapon swapping and speed. Always on the move, impossible to catch. Monsters will have a really hard time chasing him unscathed. The Bounty Hunter can track and eliminate any target by exploding their weaknesses. Each head a new trophy to display, and experience makes him stronger after each contract. The Scout sacrifices speed to put a bullet dead center on the target. He never misses, and his modified ammunition is truly deadly, the perfect ambush for the unfortunate souls. And finally, we have the Tactician, which is the representation of the phrase "beware an old man in a profession where men die young." He knows combat like no one else, and facing death his whole life has made him a tough cookie to crumble. This Ascendancy is all about sustain, defenses and crowd control. Now, I thought it would be a really big move to show you all these concepts without diving deep into at least one of them. So, here we go. The Artificer is an expert in handcrafted devices. He is also very fond of gunpowder and loud noises, and as you might expect, this Ascendancy is all about attachments and grenades. But each grenade serves a different purpose. That's why we are starting with this cluster over here to specialize in whatever floats your boat. Sharpener proficiency is for those who want to blow things up with explosive grenades. It gives you quality of life by making those grenades cost 0 mana, it increases your belt capacity, giving you 2 extra charges, raising them from 3 up to 5. And in addition to that, explosive grenades will apply Intimidate to enemies, increasing the attack damage they receive, as well as covering them in ash, which slows them down and makes them take increased fire damage. On a similar note, we have the other 2 specializations. Blinding proficiency is for flash grenades, and 2 out of 3 mods are the same. The third one being that these grenades will debilitate enemies and prevent them from dealing critical strikes. Debilitate is a debuff which slows enemies down for a short duration and lowers their damage by 10%. Finally, oiling proficiency is for, you guessed it, oil grenades. Plus 2 charges, no cost, and they are modified to spread profane ground on top of the oil, which increases the effect of curses on monsters, and they are easier to crit. Zooming out of this utility cluster, we can take a look now at more generic but game-defining passives. This 2-pointer path will give you cluster throw. Panic over strategy is the motto, as this passive enables you to throw all your grenade charges at once with a damage penalty. Hopefully, something will die. Turning to our right, Arsonist is the first 2-pointer on this Ascendancy path, which works similar to Berserker with his splits charges. When you deal fire damage, and every 2 seconds you gain Ember charges up to a maximum of 10. Each charge will give you 5% more area of effect, 150 armor and 1% life and mana recovery per second. This passive is great for defenses and sustain, but make no mistake, that area of effect will also work wonders for you whenever you try to overlap some grenades. The next one in this path is volatile detonation. This changes how grenades work by removing their fuses and thus their detonation speed. Now, they explode immediately upon impact with enemies and the aftershock will keep them away, faster reaction times and better crowd control. Now, let's move to our left and see one of the most fun ones. Holding a grenade for too long will probably make you a League of Legends player, and we don't want that. If you play Dota, don't laugh, you're on the same fucking boat. That's why you want to grab quick hands, which gives you onslaught when you throw grenades, some accuracy to not miss shots, and the most important mod of all attack speed also applies to throwing speed, guaranteeing the smoothest of gameplay. And finally, the last 2 points will unlock this beauty over here, the ugly magie of Path of Exile, and it's called Unstable Fuse, with the flavor text, the concealed spark, and the uncertainty of rolled dice. What does it mean? Well, all your grenades have a 25% chance to detonate an additional time. The fun part is, this effect can trigger more than once, effectively rolling the dice to get extra explosions, firework potential with each throw. Also, this node gives you 50% increased recovery rate, so your grenades can recharge faster. Oh, I almost forgot. Small nodes gives you attack speed and area damage, or detonation speed and area of effect. So this is my concept for the Artificer Ascendancy. What do you think? I'm super biased as I'm going to actually play this build over here on launch. So please tell me in the comments what you think and share your own ideas. Doesn't have to be for this specific class. Any strange concept in your mind can inspire every single one of us to create more fun stuff. Also, if this video does well, I would really like to share with you all the other 4 Ascendancies I made, full in depth, like the Artificer I just showed. I just need to find the right time between work and family, arranging all my personal life around the Path of Exile 2 launch. I've already scheduled my vacations in the office. I'm building a new PC in the middle of this Intel apocalypse we're having right now with the 13 and 14 generation processors. And I think I'm going to go with the Ryzen 7800 X3D as a CPU and a 4080 Super for GPU. I think that will do the trick just fine. And that's all for today. Thank you again for staying up until the end. Expect to see a lot more information about the Mercenary here in this channel, and see you on the next one. Un abrazo. And also, this is my new cat.